Ladies and jelly beans, how are we doing? So tonight for you we have this. What I'm saying tonight is, oh yeah, it's tonight. My, where does the time go? It's 6:30. Tonight we have for you a Gibson Les Paul Les Plus. So we'll have a listen to it on noisy, we'll have a listen through to the pickups and the splittable trickery that it has on board, and then I shall tell you what I can about it. So, hey ho, let's go. Right, well, I hope I get this the right way around, because this in sequence. Before I've started this, I've just been giving it a bit of a bending, you know, because it's all new strings on it. So let's see if it will do its party trick, because it sounds slightly out to me. So it is, so what we do is we press the button and strum. Wowzers. Why does nobody like them? Why do you not like them? They're excellent. Onward. Okay, so it is pickup time, and come on, let's have a look down here. So we're going to start off with the, what is it, 57 plus in the bridge end. Let's try it on split. Let's split the coil. Not that I'd probably ever bother using that, to be fair. Alright, so let's have that back on humbuckers, and we're in the centre position. And immediately you can feel the warmth and richness coming in. And it's, you know, and it's in that, just the look of the damn thing makes me want to play it. And the Heritage Cherry Sunburst. Okay, and on to the 57 Classic in the neck. And on on split. Stratty, innit? So still on split. Centre on split. Beautiful, and back onto humbuckers, still in the centre. And what I will tell you is that while I've been noodling with it, that of course I've been bending everything that's available to bend, and like new strings do, they go out of tune all the time at first. So and I've used the G-force system 3 or 4 times, and it just pulls it straight back into tune. What is not to like about these? And if you don't like the G-force tuners, just whip them off. They leave no marks. It looks as though nobody's ever been there, and you can stick your Grovers or Klusons or Schwarzeneggers or whatever they're called. You can stick those on, and there's, it's just a straightforward swap. 20 minutes, half hour, something like that. 50 quid, Right, okie dokie. Let's tell you what we can about it. So, why? Which I think you'll find are 5 excellent questions. Well, I suppose that the main point is, and really very much in the same way as that DC standard light double cut that we had last time, that, they're just less heavy. Which makes perfect sense when you look at the profile. And let's compare it to something that has the full girth, which is going to be this robot. So if you have a look at the profiles there, you can see that it's probably about 2/3, isn't it? Pickup spacing is the same, and so is pretty much everything else, to within a degree. These came in 3 colours. They came in fire, crackle, or something like that. Fire, crackle, fire grate, for old smoky fire that wants cleaning. And they also came in desert burst and in the heritage cherry burst. And there's certainly, if I was presented with those 3 guitars, there would be no real option for me. I would go for this all day long because it's so traditional and cherry. And so it is really a bit like a standard in the regard that you have proper mother of pearl on the headstock there. Now, I have seen these where somebody very, very clever has taken out the LP100 and replaced it with just Les Paul model. For me, it's, I don't really care because this is a great guitar. The action is just, well, look at it. They don't come any lower than that. They really do not. In terms of the body, it is, whilst it's not unmarked, it ain't far off. This is pretty much as mint as you're going to find a 6-year-old guitar. There's no damage on it, and the frets. This hasn't really been played. I can tell you, this has not really been played, and it has the. Now, what I do like about these is it's got that quick detachable scratch plate, which is in the box, which I think we should have a look at because I rather like these boxes, and I think that they're probably about the best box that Gibson has in fact come out with. They are some kind of ABS plastic, and I did note actually while as I'm looking at this today that there is a little bit, and let's get you down here, there is a little bit of sticker residue on this one, and you can probably See, can you see that there? There's been some kind of sticker on there. I will try and remove that and just get it looking, you know, mint, because because other than the sticker residue, it is mint. There's no, I can't see any cracks, breaks, dent repairs, and they're massive. And they reckon that you can drop these from 15 feet or something like that. And so in here you've got all of the gubbins that it originally comes with. We've got the charger with all the you know, ridiculous plugs that you don't need, which obviously, I'm saying ridiculous, that's very, very unfair, because of course you could live anywhere, couldn't you, and you'll need the correct plug. And they're dead easy. You just split up, hang on, I'll show you. You just pop the battery out, and the battery, by the way, lasts for ages. I've done a restring with it, I've done, you know, I've tuned up and down many times, and I would have thought that would have made the battery poorly, but it is still banging away like a good one. And so that's all you do. They just push in and pull out on a little spring, and then you plug the charger in, and that's that. And there's loads and loads and loads of restring, how to restring your guitar using the G-Force system. I honestly think that it's brilliant. So it's a super, super, super snug fit, and of course they reckon that you can drop it from 15 feet. Not that anybody with, you know, any sense would even try to do. So that's the case. Lovely. Let's have a jolly good old look at this. There is some really, really, really nice figuring in this mahogany back, and as I said, there's a couple of little, really, I'm being very, very picky here. You can see it, but there's no issues with this guitar at all. It is, I would describe it as either excellent or mint. You know, the main areas as usual with the Les Paul are on the volute area here, and on the heel here where the neck meets the body and where the head meets the neck. So, and like I say, these the G-Force tuning system, if you do want to replace it, and please don't, because they're good. Try it first, try it for a bit, see if you can get along with it, and if you really, really can't, then, you know, all a matter of personal preference, I suppose. All you do is obviously de-string it, take off these, just undo these nuts here, and the whole thing just drops off, and it leaves the correct size hole for either Clusons or Grovers. Easy peasy, lemon souffle. So, I think that's, yes, so we're all mahogany, maple flame top, which is, right, it's nice, isn't it? Hey, it's nice. So we've got two volumes here. Volumes on a Gibson are always the ones nearest the top, and the tones are always the ones nearest the bottom. And of course here you've got a little switch here that splits you from single coil to humbucker, or humbucker to single coil, if that's your kind of thing. And you know, and the other thing that I do like, that I really, really like, is the way that you can mess about with your nut. So, and it is easy when you remove the strip. If you know, if for any reason you feel that your nut action isn't performing the way you want it to, then you just either take the strings off or loosen the strings and shift them to either side, and you can, and they give you the little tool to do it with, the tiny Allen key, and there's two little grub screws in here, and you can raise and lower the nut height. You can have hours of fun mucking about with that. As it turns out, this one's bang on. And yeah, so adjustable nut, 0 fret. I love it, I love it, I love it. So yes, so it is very, very, very much like a standard from this year, because this year they stopped doing the, in fact for a couple of years, they stopped doing the nib and binding. I hate it with a passion. So you do have neck binding, you do have body binding, and of course all colour match poker chip, toggle switch cap and pickup rings, and these 57s, the 57s, well, you've heard them, they're really, really superb. So I think so people do certainly judge Les Pauls for being too heavy to wear all night. This weighs the same as a packet of fags. It reminds me very, very much of that, do you remember that? The green The Paul 2 that I had. This is very, very similar in terms of size, weight, feel and playability. But of course with this, you do have the proper mother of pearl trapezoid inlays there. And yeah, so I think that I have covered all points. So thank you all ever so much for tuning in, and I shall see you at the weekend. This is going to be a bit of an early cheeky midweeker, because I'll be honest with you, it is on eBay at the moment. And so thank you all ever so much for tuning in. It's adios amigos, and ta-ra.